Hello friends, in this video we are going to discover the top 10 places to visit in Houston. If you are looking for culture, dining, shopping, unique attractions, and fun experiences, you'll find no shortage of things to do in Houston. This is the fourth largest city in the United States and home to the famous Space Center Houston, renowned chefs, inspiring museums, and beautiful green spaces, complete with a bayou running through the heart of the city. Depending on your travel dates, you may even be able to take in a sports game or enjoy Houston's signature event, the Livestock Show and Rodeo. Houston makes a great place to visit for a weekend getaway, with direct flights from all over North America. Combine a trip to Houston with a visit to nearby Galveston, less than an hour away, for a mix of big city and island life. For a complete look at things to do, watch our list of top attractions in Houston. Kindly make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon before we start this video about the 10 best places to visit in Houston. Now let's dig deeper into each of the top 10 places to visit in Houston. Number 10 on the list of places to visit in Houston is Houston street art. While it is often overlooked by tourists, Houston street art, or what many people know as graffiti, is outstanding. Installations by some of the top names in street art throughout the US and around the world, including Cope 2 and Houston's own Gonzo 247, can be found here. These colorful murals adorn the walls of establishments in various locations throughout the city and are well worth taking the time to drive around and see. The unofficial curator of Houston's street art is the charismatic artist known as Gonzo 247. He is one of the city's most famous street artists, and the creator of the giant Houston is inspired mural at the corner of Travis and Preston Streets and the smaller Houston mural at Leland and St. Emmanuel Streets. Number 9 on the list of places to visit in Houston is National Museum of Funeral History. You wouldn't think that a museum devoted to funerals would be a popular attraction in Houston, but that is indeed the case. Quirky and somewhat strange, this engaging and fun museum is well worth a visit. Inside the 30,500 square foot building are displays ranging from antique funeral hearses, exhibits on the embalming process, coffins from around the world from as far away as Ghana, the history of presidential funerals, and others. One display not to miss is the colorful overview on Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos, where this Latin American celebration is explained in great detail. Number 8 on the list of places to visit in Houston is GERALD D. HINES WATERWALL Park. The GERALD D. HINES WATERWALL Park showcases an impressive multi-story sculptural fountain that sees sheets of water cascading over large concrete walls and sculptures. The structure's semicircular shape towers 64 feet above you and is fronted by a large arch and 46,500 square feet of water. Photos don't do this attraction justice, it's something that needs to be seen to truly be appreciated. This 2.77-acre park, covered with dozens of live oaks, is located in Uptown Houston. Number 7 on the list of places to visit in Houston is Houston Children's Museum. A great way to beat the heat in summer and one of the best places to visit in Houston for families is the Houston Children's Museum. This colorful, noisy place is guaranteed to plaster a smile on everyone's face. Let the kids run wild and have a fun time getting busy with all the hands-on and interactive displays. One of the major highlights is the How Does It Work exhibit. Here, you and your kids will learn how things in everyday life operate. The Flowworks Wet Zone is also a fascinating place where you can turn water on, off, and adjust the flow and watch the effects. Number 6 on the list of places to visit in Houston is the MENIL Collection. The building that houses the MENIL Collection is almost in itself as much of a work of art as the pieces housed within it. Designed by the renowned architect Renzo Piano, the building is light-filled, owing to the massive glass windows that look out onto the immaculate grounds. Unlike many art museums, the art in many rooms, but not all, is showcased using natural light. The MENIL Collection is especially known for having the largest number of Max Ernst pieces in the world. In addition, the MENIL Collection is home to contemporary works of art, along with pieces from the masters in the Byzantine, abstract, and surrealism themes. All these works are grouped together in dedicated display rooms. Number 5 on the list of places to visit in Houston is Houston Zoo. Set on 55 acres in Hermann Park, the Houston Zoo is one of the city's star attractions, popular with locals and visitors. The zoo is home to more than 6,000 exotic and indigenous animals and contains an education center and children's zoo. Some of the highlights include feeding the giraffes, seeing marine life up close in the aquarium, and watching sea lions and otters frolicking about. Other attractions in Hermann Park are the Houston Museum of Natural Science, the Miller Outdoor Theater, a Japanese garden, and McGovern Centennial Garden. Also fun is a paddle boat trip on McGovern Lake, or a stroll along the park's walking trails. Number 4 on the list of places to visit in Houston is Houston Museum of Natural Science. The Houston Museum of Natural Science is one of the most popular museums in the city. A fun outing for all ages, the museum covers a wide array of topics sure to please everyone in your group. Be sure to swing by the Hall of Paleontology during your visit to see several complete dinosaur skeletons. For something that's still alive, tour the Cockrell's Butterfly Conservatory, where nearly 1,500 of these gentle insects flutter around in the humid air. If you were lucky enough, one might even land on you. Brush up on what's in the night skies over Houston with a show at the planetarium, then later on, rest your legs and engage your senses at the Wortham Giant Screen Theater. Number 3 on the list of places to visit in Houston is the Museum of Fine Arts. The Museum of Fine Arts in Houston is one of the top museums of its kind in the United States. The collection of 63,000 pieces are spread out over two structures, the Audrey Jones Beck Building and the Caroline Wieslaw Building, both connected by the unique and interesting Wilson Tunnel. The museum's focus is on French and Italian Impressionist Renaissance paintings, fine sculptures, and European and American decorative arts. Be sure to check out the wonderful collection of pre-Columbian and African items made of gold. If you enjoy wandering at your own pace, you'll find lots to keep you interested and entertained here. However, if it all seems a bit overwhelming, sign up for a tour to see the highlights. Number 2 on the list of places to visit in Houston is Houston's Museum District. The Museum District is one of Houston's greatest cultural attractions, with 19 museums residing in this beautiful area of downtown. 11 of these are free to the public. Highlights include the Museum of Fine Arts, Houston, the Houston Museum of Natural Science, the Children's Museum of Houston, the MENIL Collection, the Holocaust Museum, and the Contemporary Arts Museum Houston, to name just a few. Also in this area is the lovely Hermann Park, with the Houston Zoo and the Miller Outdoor Theater. Most of the museums are within easy walking distance of each other, although the MENIL and the Rothko Chapel are a little farther out. Museums that are free of charge include the MENIL Collection, Rothko Chapel, Contemporary Arts Museum Houston, Houston Center for Contemporary Craft, Lawndale Art Center, Houston Museum of African American Culture, Moody Center for the Arts, and the Houston Center for Photography. Number 1 on the list of places to visit in Houston is Space Center Houston. Space Center Houston, the official visitor center of NASA's Johnson Space Center, is a must-see attraction in Houston. This is a huge complex, where you can walk through the Space Shuttle replica Independence and the enormous shuttle carrier aircraft it's mounted on. In the visitor center, you can wander inside a replica of America's first space station, Skylab, and touch a rock from the moon. This is also the place to learn about NASA's upcoming missions, including travel to Mars. If you are here on a Friday around noon, you can even meet an astronaut. From the visitor center, you can take an open-air tram tour to Johnson Space Center, home of Mission Control, to see where astronauts train for space missions. This tour also takes you to Rocket Park to see actual rockets on display. If you'd like to only visit the Rocket Park, there is no charge. Just drive to the guarded gate, inform them that you'd like to visit, and they will let you in. So, which is your favorite places among the top 10 places to visit in Houston? Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the subscribe button so you can receive more content like this. Post your favorite places among the top 10 places to visit in Houston in the comments below. I'd love to read them, and I'm sure others would too.